Hello, project managers and engineers. Welcome back to Engineeringly. In this video, you're going to learn how to create Gantt charts along with their progress charts using Google Sheets. The main reason that we are trying to create different types of project management tools and different types of tools available, such as Excel, Google Sheets, and Power BI, is that you have the maximum amount of flexibility. Whenever you have any of these tools available, you can create the project management tool that you need. So in this video, as you can see, I have the task names, start and end dates, durations of all of this, and also progress bars, progress remaining, which we will discuss in further detail throughout this video. Once I update any of the percentages in here, for example, the roofing, let's assume it's at 50%. As you can see in here, the roofing will be updated. Also, let's make this 35%. As you can see, the progress shows to be updated. So make sure to stick till the end of this video to learn the step-by-step process of creating such Gantt charts using Google Sheets. So in here, I have the task names and their start and end dates available. First of all, I'll calculate their duration. So for the duration, I'll write down equal sign, the end date minus the start date plus 1, because we want to have that additional day, either it's at the start or at the end. And press enter, and let's apply it to the rest of the cells as well. Let's just make sure that the bottom of this chart looks exactly like the other cells. The next step is to have the progress in here, which we will insert manually based on the ground realities and the updates of the project. So for that one, let's assume our first activity is at 60% completed, and the second activity is at 50%. Also, let's assume this is at 30%, and this activity is 20%, and the rest of them are at 0. So for the progress bar, the calculated one, what we have is equal sign, multiply the progress into the total duration of the activity. And let's apply it to the rest of the cells as well. And last but not least here is to have the progress remaining in order to have a dynamic Gantt chart. For the remaining progress, we'll deduct the amount of progress achieved from the total duration. So I'll write down equal sign, the total duration minus the progress bar or the progress achieved. And let's apply it to the rest of the cells as well. Let me just quickly fix this, and then we have our data ready. Now, which specific areas or columns to plot on our chart? For that one, what I will need is I will select the task names and also the start dates. And in the meantime, I'll pick the progress bar or progress achieved and progress remaining. Then we will go to Insert and select Chart. So by default, Google Sheet will insert this chart for me. But first and foremost, what I need to do is to change it to a stacked bar chart. Right now, nothing is pretty much visible in here, since you can see only this yellowish ones in here. To fix that, first of all, let's remove the legends since we won't need them. And the next step would be to change these to dates. In order to change this to date, I'll go to the number format and then I'll select date and time. Here it will give me different types of options. I'll go with this short format of date, this one, and then go apply. So we have the dates in here. Since the early date in here is pretty much early, that's why we don't see these progress. So what I need to do is the minimum value on this x-axis should be our start date of the first activity, this one. If we go and change this to number, we will see that this is 45,710. So what I will do is I'll just undo this and then click your Gantt chart and right click, go to chart style. On the x-axis in here, the minimum value would be 45,710, which was the start date of our first activity. Then enter. The next step is removing the colors from these durations in here, the blue ones. So again, chart style, click the blue bars, and then from here, the fill color should be, let's say, white. As you can see, that is removed from here. Now, what I need to do is to cross-check this to make sure that it perfectly works. So if I change this percentage, for example, the 20% to 55%, as you can see, the structural framing increases. Also, let's change this, the electrical installations to, for example, 60%. As you can see, everything is updated. If you make this 100%, it will be all shown in red. If you want to do any further formatting to a Gantt chart, that could be, for example, removing the vertical grid lines from here, also adding a chart title. For that purpose, again, chart style. The first thing first, let's go and select the vertical grid lines and remove them. Then let's select this axis, bold, and if you want to have those major texts, and let's have the major text on this as well in order, to separate the two areas from each other. As you can see, we have the activity names, then we have our Gantt charts. In order to change the colors, this one is, for example, this blue color from here. That could be done as well. And last but not least, let's go to chart and axis titles. For the chart title, make sure to select the chart title, write down project Gantt chart. So we have that. I want to make it bolder. If you need to increase the size, for example, write down 32, you can do that as well. So I hope you have found the content of the video helpful. If you did so and want to explore more about project management tools using Google Sheets, Microsoft Excel, Power BI, and Microsoft Project, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.